Hey everybody, Logan here, and we're back. Didn't I mention in the previous video of this controller? Hopefully you guys watched it. This was the cheapest wireless pro controller that I was able to find on Amazon. It was pretty solid. I was surprised for $13.99. Now we're going to talk about the cheapest Switch Pro controller, period, on Amazon. So like I said in the previous video, I decided to do this. I started going down a rabbit hole and seeing what I could find in terms of pro controllers because, well, with the end of the Switch life cycle in view and people getting a few for Christmas and maybe not wanting to spend so much on new peripherals again, since we're at the end of a life cycle, people are going to be looking out, especially those who have Amazon Prime, for less expensive quality options. So like I said, this one was solid for $13.99, but maybe you don't want a wireless option. Maybe you don't want to worry about wireless controllers and charging the batteries. There are a lot of people I know, I'm one of them, that actually prefers wired because I'm not a big fan of having to worry about the either latency or battery or just wireless in general. Sometimes it's just nice to plug in and never have to worry about it. And the Switch dock has two USB ports right on the side for you to plug in your controllers. Same goes for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. They all have USB options. And that's normally what I go for. And, you know, spending less money over the wireless one doesn't hurt either. Again, that's what people ask for. That's what people want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that's why we're going to take a look at the less expensive option than that, but the cheapest possible Switch Pro controller I was able to find on Amazon, listing at $9.99. Less than $10. You have 1 cent less, but it's still $9.99, free Prime shipping. Look at that. It's kind of interesting. I love the fact that it's red and black. Yeah, Red Bandana Gaming. Subscribe if you haven't. Okay, so we're going to open this up and then we're going to test it. Of course, like I always do, it's always Crysis because it has all the features that everybody asked for, and you can tell latency and all that right away. The last one did pretty well, so we're going to unbox this one, see how it feels, especially with that weird looking D-pad there. And remember, this is for N-Switch. It's for the Switch, OLED, Switch, OG, whatever you want to call it as well. So you got the original ones as long as you can plug it into the dock. Now the last one would also work with the Switch Lite, so that you have that, but the wired ones, they don't. So we're going to test this out, open it first, of course, derp, and just see how good it is. See if it's worth $9.99. Hey, doesn't hurt to save some money, especially if it's not bad, right? So here we go for N-Switch, wired N-Switch controller. I love how they can't put Nintendo Switch, but they try to make it look like the Switch as much as possible. It's from eMatic, compatible with Nintendo Switch. Double motor, that means it has 2 rumbles. 7.2 foot cable, okay. USB connection, PC compatible. Not affiliated or endorsed by Nintendo. That's good to know, excuse me. Now, I will not be testing it on PC. For those PC people, hey, this is not the channel for you. This is for the Nintendo Switch, and that's what I'm testing it for. It says pretty much the same thing. Plug and play, stay in control. That's nice. There you go. Supports X input or D input. Zinput or Dinput, some people say. There you go. Play with it if you want. D-pad replacements included. That's pretty cool. So it's got those oddball D-pad. Non-slip design, double vibration, not dual, double. Turbo function. All those controllers have turbo function, which you just hold the turbo button and there you go. So let's open this up. Have not opened this one yet either. Okay, so those are the extra D-pads. We want to hear from you. All right, cool, okay. I like the extra D-pad. That is a nifty feature. And you got your 2-page instruction manual. Okay, everything's in English. Not gonna lie, I like that. I know people are like, oh, but what if you don't speak English? Well, it's easier for me when I'm doing a video. It's just easier to look through the instructions when I don't have to go through all the... It's nicer for people who don't speak English, but to be honest, when you're trying to make a video and you're trying to do it pretty quickly, it's easier that way. But that's just me. Now, that is nice. $9.99. I like the smooth on the back, not on the face. I like that rubber grip on the front. Okay. Rubber grip is usually done here in the back, but that's nice. I like the difference. So it's got that smooth. It's going to leave, it's that matte finish that's going to leave fingerprints, but oh well, it's on the back. It doesn't have the fake analog. It's just buttons. They feel nice. The sticks are a little tiny, but that's okay. That weird style D-pad. I do not like that D-pad. So can we just, you can just take it off and it just comes off, it slides on. There you go. Slides right off. But the whole thing does, okay. Yeah, don't really like that. It actually slides off a little too easy. Oh, 2 different D-pads. So it's a total of 3 D-pads. So you've got your Xbox Series XS style D-pad as well. Actually, that's the Elite D-pad. Interesting. Hey, if you like that kind, you have it. And then my favorite, the OG D-pad. Not a big fan of the way that feels. But, oh, that one's a little tougher to get in. To get out there. Okay. There we go. So, unlike these, this one seems to be the most interesting feeling D-pad. For those of you who are used to it, that actually doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel bad at all. Not bad. This is the one that comes on the box. We're going to try them out and see how they feel. And then the OG style. I think that's still the best one. All right. So with that being said, let's go test this out on the Switch. Got to put it in dock mode, of course, because you got USB. Now, it's not a detachable USB cable. Some people complain about that. I don't know why. Hey, you don't lose your cable, but some people complain about that. So $10. Let's see how this performs. I'm liking it already. Here we go. Now we're testing out this cheap $9.99 controller. So before we get into the game, before we get into any testing, everybody always asks me why they can't get their wired controllers to work on the Switch. Go into your settings and turn on Pro Controller wired communication. That's the only way it'll work. Otherwise, you'll plug it in and won't get anything. So you need to make sure you turn that on right there where it says System Settings. Now, okay. D-pad feels squishy. If you know what that means, it's like you have to press down and then it doesn't press down. I know that sounds a little redundant, a little ridiculous, but it's like you have to press a little harder than you normally would. And it also feels like you're kind of sinking into the pad. It's a weird feeling. I wouldn't expect much. So, like I always test Crysis because it has all the functions that you need to know right at the get. So, there we go. That's pretty solid. Recognized as a Pro Controller.
Called in reinforcements. Enemy units headed your way.
Not bad. There's a large dead zone. I'm pressing it. You can see my finger move, and it doesn't move. Just like the other one, it has a pretty large dead zone in the center before you start moving. So that could be a little annoying. It's not as bad on the left stick as it is on the right. So that's one thing. Rumble's nice. Rumble is really nice. Yeah, actually, it's pretty quality.
Engaged.
So it does feel a little weird. let us pause it, do what we always do. Options. Whoops. This is not an Xbox controller. Options. Control settings. Gyroscope. Does it have gyroscope? No. No gyroscope whatsoever. So there you go. No NFC, no gyroscope, a rather large dead zone. Kind of reminds me of the comment that someone made in the other video. This is that controller that you give your drunken friend when they come over, or, as I replied, your cousin who's acting drunk, but isn't because they're just a kid. You know, one of those crazy kids. So with that being said, it's a little weird. That D-pad is hard to pull off. And there I go. Kind of lost it. Went down on the ground. Let's put in the initial one that it comes with just to see if it still feels as... Doesn't feel as squishy. Doesn't feel as squishy. I'll give you that. That's that oddball D-pad that it came with. Or if you don't like that, you can switch it out to the Elite controller D-pad, which... It actually feels better. Let's go back into the menu. Feels a little bit better there. Let's menu with this one. These weird D-pads actually feel much better. Minus the no gyroscope, which I don't really care about. A lot of people do. There you go. That's going to be an issue. No NFC. Well, it's got nice rumble. $9.99, but you can still play your games. I think it's okay for $9.99. If you want, honestly, I would go $13.99 and buy the wireless one that was in my previous video. But if you want wired and you like the look of it, you like the alternating D-pads, and you don't care about gyro, save yourself what, $4? $4, free shipping with Amazon Prime. There you go. Tell me what you guys think. Quick, dirty test, but hey, that's everything you need to know on this controller. What functions it has, what it's missing, what's there, what's not. And yeah, there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Hopefully this helped you out. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.